HMS Temeraire The Ship, not the painting. The story of HMS Temeraire is one of triumph, heroism, and the inevitable passage of time. It spans from her magnificent beginnings as a powerful ship of the line, to her pivotal role in the Battle of Trafalgar, and her final, poignant end as she was towed to be broken up. Her tale is not only one of naval might but also one of symbolic loss, marked forever by the brushstrokes of J.M.W. Turner in his famous painting, The Fighting Temeraire. A mighty ship is born. Launched in 1798, HMS Temeraire was one of the most formidable ships of the Royal Navy, a 98-gun second-rate ship of the line. Built at Chatham Dockyard, she was designed to stand as one of the mightiest warships in the fleet, crafted to strike fear into the hearts of enemies on the high seas. With 3 gun decks and a crew of over 700 men, she was a true marvel of naval architecture, designed to carry heavy firepower across the world's oceans. She entered service during a time of great uncertainty and peril, with Napoleon Bonaparte rising to power in France and threatening to destabilize the European balance of power. The HMS Temeraire quickly earned her place among the most prestigious ships of the British Navy, destined to become a key player in the defense of Britain against Napoleon's forces. The Battle of Trafalgar, the Crucible of glory. But it was not until 1805 that the HMS Temeraire would achieve its moment of greatest fame. The ship became one of the central figures in the Battle of Trafalgar, one of the most dramatic naval engagements in history. The fate of the Royal Navy rested on the outcome of this battle, where Admiral Lord Nelson would face the combined fleets of France and Spain. The scene was set in October 1805, as the Temeraire, under the command of Captain Eliab Harvey, sailed alongside HMS Victory, Nelson's flagship, into the fray. The two fleets clashed off the coast of Spain, with a total of 33 British ships facing a combined force of 33 French and Spanish vessels. Nelson's strategy was daring, splitting his forces into 2 columns to cut through the enemy's lines, a bold move that would seal the fate of the battle. The HMS Temeraire, positioned in the center of this column, became one of the most crucial players in the battle. Her 98 guns unleashed a relentless barrage upon the enemy, engaging the French ship, Redoutable, in a fierce battle. The Temeraire fired devastating broadsides, while the Redoutable attempted to board her. For hours, the two ships fought in close quarters, with the British crew showing extraordinary bravery. The battle turned decisively in favor of the British as the Temeraire played a pivotal role in crushing the French resistance. But the cost of the victory was immense. Admiral Nelson, the legendary leader of the British fleet, was mortally wounded by a sniper's bullet aboard HMS Victory. As Nelson lay dying, he knew that the victory was secured. Trafalgar had shattered the threat of Napoleon's fleet, ensuring British naval dominance for decades. Yet, the Temeraire's victory at Trafalgar would forever be linked to the loss of the man who had led them to triumph. The British fleet sailed back to England victorious, but the shadow of Nelson's death loomed large. The end of an era. The HMS Temeraire continued to serve in the Royal Navy for some years after Trafalgar, but like all things, the once glorious ship was not immune to the passage of time. The age of sail was beginning to fade, and steam power was rapidly taking over. The Temeraire, a relic of an earlier era, was gradually becoming outdated. By 1838, the ship was no longer fit for service. She was sold out of the Royal Navy, and in 1839, she was towed to the docks at Rotherhithe, a place where many ships were sent to meet their fate. The majestic, battle-hardened ship that had once been the pride of the fleet, a symbol of Britain's naval might, was now being taken apart, piece by piece. The towing of the Temeraire, a final journey. The final journey of the HMS Temeraire became a symbol of the passing of time, the fading of an empire's glory, and the end of an era. As the ship was towed up the Thames River, her once proud sails furled and her guns silent, she was pulled by a steam tug, a symbol of the new industrial age overtaking the old world of wooden warships. This final, sorrowful journey was captured in one of the most iconic paintings in British art history, J.M.W. Turner's The Fighting Temeraire. In this masterpiece, Turner immortalized the Temeraire's last voyage, the once great ship being towed into the docks by a tiny, steam-powered tugboat. The Temeraire's silhouette, bathed in the golden glow of a setting sun, symbolizes the fading light of an era, the end of the age of sail and the rise of steam. The dramatic use of light and color in Turner's painting encapsulates the sadness of the moment, the emotional weight of the ship's decline. The towering vessel that had once fought in Trafalgar, now reduced to a mere shell, was being carried away to be dismantled, a relic of a past that could never be recaptured. The legacy of the Temeraire. Although the HMS Temeraire was broken up, her legacy endured. She had served as a powerful symbol of British naval power at its peak. The Battle of Trafalgar had ensured that Britain would dominate the seas for years to come, and the Temeraire's role in that victory made her a legend. Through Turner's painting, the HMS Temeraire became a symbol of the passing of time, the inexorable march of progress, and the inevitable end of even the greatest empires. Her story, one of glory, sacrifice, and eventual decline, remains a powerful reminder of the fragility of power and the relentless forward march of history. These films have been created to highlight the powerful features of Polyspeaks for You, South Africa's leading accessibility software. Learn more at www.polyspeaksforyou.co.za. We invite you to support this meaningful dyslexic initiative, crafted and developed by an individual who personally understands the challenges of dyslexia.